Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Ruby Powell-Dennis. I'm running for state representative here for District 97. Today is day 9 of early voting, and so we are back here again at the Agri Center this afternoon, working hard to reach voters and to connect with folks about the issues that are near and dear to their hearts. If you are joining me for the first time, I'm running for state representative. District 97 represents parts of Cordova, Memphis, Bartlett, and Arlington, a little bit of Lakeland. I got a few addresses in East, Germantown, and of course, the beautiful, beautiful city of Memphis. So we have been out here at the polls since they opened on July 17th, working hard to reach voters. As due to the pandemic and COVID-19, we haven't been able to knock doors like we typically do during an election cycle and talk to voters at their homes. And so we are working hard to make sure that as people are walking into the polls, that we check in with them. Thanks, Mr. Seaton. I appreciate the love. Thank you for joining me. But we check in with them to find out what are the issues that are impacting them in their specific community subdivision, so that as we work hard to put together our legislative agenda, our policy pieces, that we are indeed taking into account the voices and concerns of people who live in the district, and we're putting together thoughtful plans that work for everyday working West Tennesseans. So if you have not had a chance to early vote, please consider coming out here to the Agri Center. Not only will you get to meet me and other candidates who are running, but you'll also get a chance to go straight in, no line, no wait, cast your vote, and be out in just a few minutes. I continue to acknowledge the Election Commission. They are busting it to adapt to the unprecedented circumstances that we're facing. But here at the Agri Center, the ladies and gentlemen working the polls here have done just a good job of making sure that voters come in, voters come out. If there are too many voters in the location, they do ask people to wait at the door. But again, this afternoon, people have been able to walk in no problem, right after work, cast their ballot, and come on out. So please, please, please vote. I know that primary elections are not as exciting as presidentials, as the general in November, but there are so many down ballot candidates, and down ballot races are the ones that most impact what is happening in our city and county. It's exciting to vote for president. It's exciting to vote for, federal office. But again, state representatives in your municipal leadership are the folks who are going to be making a lot of the decisions that you will feel that will impact you every single day. So please, please, please make sure you turn out and vote. You are now going to be going in to select the Democratic and Republican nominees for each of the respective races that are on your ballot. So please make your voice heard. Even if you don't know the candidates and you don't recognize people's names, we have, candidates like myself are here at the polls just so that we can answer your questions. So if you see someone with a Ruby shirt on here at the Agri Center and a blue mask, it is actually me, the candidate. I would love to talk with you. And again, hear what your concerns are and to make sure that your voice is represented in our legislative agenda. So before I close out today, I'm just going to also ask you all, if you have not completed your census form, please complete your 2020 census. I was looking at some data for our county, and it looks like our our subdivisions and the suburbs are doing a great job of getting information turned in and getting their census forms completed. But in other parts of Memphis, we don't have quite the number of folks turning in the census form. And that's really important because in January of 2021, anyone who is taking the oath of office, they'll be using that 2020 census data to decide how many representatives do we have in the U.S. House of Representatives at the federal level. They'll be deciding how much money do we have for roads. So if you are sick of potholes and you want better schools, completing that census form is so vital because it makes sure that we get the federal appropriations that our state so desperately deserves and needs, because you as a taxpayer have already paid into this. So complete the census form to make sure that you get the federal allocations we need for the next 10 years. So again, do your census form. If you have not had a chance to do it, you can go online at census2020.gov and complete the form to make sure that the dollars you deserve in your community, regardless of what part of the city, state, or county you live in, that you get the allocations that you need. So with that, thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you. I'll be back here at the Agri Center and stopping by Briarwood tomorrow for day 10 of early voting. So stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.